Hey guys, I'm cmasupra and welcome to another War Thunder historical battle. Now right off the bat with this video, I want to say that this video might be kind of boring for you guys. Now the first part of it is fine. There's lots of stuff that happened, it's action-packed, it's not boring at all. But for the last half of the video, or maybe even the last 3/4, I'm not sure since I haven't edited the video yet, it's going to be kind of boring and I'm just going to play some music while what happens in the game happens. And the reason I want to do this is to show you guys why this is the lamest way to lose in a single historical battle in War Thunder, and I wish it wasn't possible. I don't really have a fix for why this is possible, but it really shouldn't be possible, and it's just plain lame. So anyways, now that that's said, let's get on with the video. So here you can see me flying the N1K2JA. This is a rank 15 Japanese fighter, and it looks kind of like a Zero, but it doesn't fly like a Zero at all. It's much faster and doesn't turn nearly as well. So it's essentially a Japanese BF-109, I guess you could say. It does climb well, so it does have that characteristic of the Zeros. But this thing has 420mm cannons, and I found this bomber over here, and I figured, I might as well go for the bomber. These 420mm cannons are very powerful. The Japanese cannons are very powerful. So I figured, I'll just go for him. Hopefully I can saw off a wing. He did see my first attack there, and I did kill a gunner, but now I'm trying to go in for a second attack. He's manually shooting at me with his gunners from long range. I hate it when bombers do that, but it's really their only chance of survival. They have to do it, so I'll accept that. It does seem his number 3 engine is leaking oil, so that's good. So there was some more shots on him. Nothing critical once again, but at least I got some damage on him. And let me try again. This plane does have plenty of ammo. It has 900 rounds among the 4 cannons. And 900 divided by 4 is it's 225 rounds per cannon. That is a lot of ammo for 20mm cannons, so I'm not too worried about running out of ammo here. I don't think I've ever run out of ammo in this plane in a historical battle. So I'm not worried about running out of ammo. I just want to shoot down this B-17. I did look at the scoreboard quickly there, and it seems I'm one of the few people remaining on my team, so that's not a good thing. But it doesn't really matter at this point. I just want to kill the B-17. So I'm doing the same thing I did in my previous historical battle video, where I'm going above the bomber. I'm trying to get literally on top of him, and then I'll dive down, have a lot of speed temporarily, and I can shoot at him while I'm diving on him, and then once I am really close to him, I'll just zoom away and hopefully not get hit by any 50 cal rounds if I am lucky. In all likelihood, I'll still be hit, but maybe not critically. So anyways, that's my goal. I'm trying to get on top of him. There's really nothing that's happening here. But don't worry, the action's gonna start soon. So I'm pretty close to him at this point. This plane's kind of fast. It is definitely faster than a Zero, so I start a slight downwards thing. I'm actually kind of not confident in myself here. I'm considering, do I dive now or do I wait? Because I really want to kill this thing, but I should probably wait. But anyways, I decide to dive, and I get a pilot kill on him. I killed both of his pilots, which is kind of bad, because pilot kills are stupidly common, and I hate them even when I'm the one killing the other person. But oh well, I'll gladly take it, because that was my 3rd pass on him. I would hope to have killed him in my 3rd pass. Over there you can see a P-51 Mustang who is dead, just falling down through the sky. There's another P-51 over there. I am climbing up so I can deal with these P-51s, hopefully, because I know that they are above me. I know that they've climbed while I was diving on the B-17, so they are above me. I'm not really too worried about them being above me, but I would like to have some altitude, obviously, because altitude makes everything easier. This is also quite the boom and zoom plane. It is nothing like a Zero. A Zaro? What's a Zaro? Trying to mix Zero and Japanese together does not work. But this is nothing like a Japanese Zero. This is a boom and zoomer. It's like the German BF-109, even though I already made the analogy. So anyways, the P-51 is down here. I can see that I have a teammate in a Zero in the A6M5 chasing him, but the Zero is too slow. He will never catch him, and so I take it upon myself to go attack this enemy in hopes of killing him and getting him off of this game. This particular match, not the game in general. I want him to keep playing War Thunder, but I'm hoping to kill him, and I am definitely catching up with him. It's just a matter of getting into range to shoot at him. I have 4 20mm cannons, which should rip him apart, and they do exactly that. Damages the left wing. He did a very crazy spiral there when I got his wing. But now we're turning, and there we go. Damages the tail. I think I chopped off his tail there. So he's now dead. Hello there, P-51. Hintal1 or something, whatever your name is. So I'm now having to do defensive maneuvers against this P-51 because he is coming for me. Or at least he was until I started doing the maneuvers, and then he realized, he's not going to have a shot, might as well not waste his energy coming down on me. But now he's going to come down on me on my 6, so I once again do evasive maneuvers, start my turn, and then when he's really close in firing range, I go down and dodge his attack. He didn't even fire because he knew he didn't have an attack on me. And here is a 0 with me, and we're turn fighting a Mustang, and the 0 will easily win that. 0 also climbs very well, so we should be able to deal with the fact that the Mustang is climbing, and he definitely does. He sets the Mustang on fire, and the Mustang is probably going to die here pretty soon. Yep, there he goes. Kaboom. Just exploded. Oh, that's always funny to watch, when you set someone on fire and they just explode. So anyways, I'm looking at the score here. Looks like we have a bomber and 1 friendly teammate on my team, and the enemy team has a single AI and a single player remaining, and I happen to know that this last player is in a B-17. So he is somewhere out here. I don't know where he is, but he's somewhere out here in a B-17, and I'm looking at the island. I think I see him here, but what I actually see is the last AI remaining, not the B-17. So I was wrong here when I typed B-17 is over our island. So I'm heading towards the island, expecting to kill the B-17, but instead, I end up meeting the AI. And when I find him, he is much lower than me, and so I decide to dive down. You can see my teammate and I are both coming at him here. My teammate's in the 0, I'm in the N1K2JA. Oh, this is going to be a risky shot. I might hit the ground making this shot. Okay, good. The ground wasn't as close as I thought it was. So that is good. I survived that shot, even though it was a terrible shot. So anyways, the AI survives, and maybe pretty soon here... Yeah, there we go. AI dies to my teammate. So my teammate gets the kill on the AI, and that means the only person left, or really the only plane left, even, on the enemy team is a B-17, whose whereabouts are unknown. We don't know where the B-17 is, and so my teammate and I both decide to land. We want to arm up, we want to be as prepared as we can be, because the B-17 50 cals are overpowered. 50 cals in general are overpowered because of all the complaining people did before they became overpowered about how weak they were. So, yeah, I want a fully healed plane when I go up against a B-17, and I also want as much ammo as I can get, so I decide to land, rearm, repair, and once my teammate and I are back in the air, I decide to start looking around, trying to find this B-17, because I want to know where he is, and I want to kill him before we lose to ground targets, because as you can see at the bottom left corner, we have 25 targets, the enemy has 31. That's not a good thing for us, so finding this B-17 is of utmost priority. So anyways, I'm looking slightly forward here, and I see a dot in the cloud way over there. He is actually behind the cloud. You can see through clouds with the special post-effect settings I'm using, but he is way out there. He is a long ways away. So I tell my teammate, hey, I see him. He is over there, so you should follow me, because I can see him, and I doubt that you can see him, because you're probably not using post-effect settings that allow you to see so far. So follow me, guy. So, at this point, he does decide to follow me eventually. Not at the beginning, but eventually he does. And so now comes the boring part. So I'm going to go ahead and play some music while we make our way to the B-17. And I don't want to cut this part out because I want to make a point as to how lame this loss is. And here we are. We are finally at the B-17 after that long, long journey. The B-17 is shooting at me, but it doesn't really matter. His bullets don't reach me. He can waste the ammo if he wants to. I don't care. But go ahead and look at the top of the screen. You see that A up there between the red and blue bars? That is the island capture point, and if the enemies capture it, we lose. So guess what's about to happen here?
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Yeah, the enemy forces have captured the zone, and so we lose, even though my teammate and I went all the way up here to chase down this B-17, who has been a big by going all the way out here and running away, abusing games. Not of games, but game mechanics. He's abusing game mechanics, that's what I meant to say. So I hate that guy for doing it. It's just a lame way to win and a lame way for us to lose. Now he might be thinking, something that my teammate and I could have done instead of chasing the B-17 would be to destroy ground targets instead. But that's not really something we could have done, because I actually checked after this game was over. My plane does not have bombs that are even possible to equip on it because they haven't unlocked them yet, so the bombs were not an option. And I don't know about my teammate. He may or may not have had bombs. I'm not sure. But I didn't have bombs, so that wasn't an option for me. And all the ground targets we had to destroy, by the way, were not like AAA armored cars or anything else that can be killed with like cannons and machine guns. They were giant ships that we had to kill, so killing ground targets was not an option for us. It just really wasn't. As for this being a lame way to lose, we really had no control over it, and that's partially what makes it lame. The other part being that the enemy bomber, ran so far away. He actually went past his own carriers all the way to the complete other end of the map. So yeah, that was just a really lame move on his part. But as I was saying, we have no control over what happened there, because we have no control over how many bombers our team gets. We have no control over how good they are. We have no control over whether or not those bombers get destroyed by AAA from destroyers and carriers and such. Like, we have no control over ground targets as fighters. Even if we can equip bombs, which I couldn't, we really can't do much on our own. And so losing to ground targets is something we can't help, but that happens, right? What doesn't happen is an enemy bomber running all the way to the other end of the map by just trying to abuse game mechanics. Because that's what he did by running all the way to the end of the map, is he just abused game mechanics. So, we basically lost to something that we can't control, and it was abused by that guy. And so in my opinion, that's just a lame way to lose. And that's really what this video is about. So what can we do to fix this and make it not possible? Well, I don't really know, other than making ground targets not actually matter, but then bombers will have even less of a role, which is not something well, I mean, it is kind of something I want after this game, but bombers don't have too much of a role in general most of the time. So I don't really know. I don't know what we could do to make it better. If you guys have any ideas so that this would not be possible, let me know in the comments, because we should do something about it. I think this should not be possible, because that's just abusing game mechanics. That's what that guy did, and it's just very lame and a very move. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I am done ranting. I hope you all enjoyed it, or got something out of it, since it is one of my more boring videos, but that's why I played music during the chase. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.